Understanding cervical radiculopathy is a pain in the neck, but knowing the distributions can help your search for the source of the pain. A video to help you remember cervical radicular pain distributions. First, a rule of thumb, or rather, a rule of elbow. You have 10 fingers. If you divide that in half, you get 5. Similarly, if you divide your arm in half, that would be at the elbow, you will also get 5. C5, that is. C5 radiates towards the elbow. So if it radiates below this, it is below C5, and it radiates above this, it is above C5. So let's start with C2. C2 predominantly radiates along the dorsal aspect of the scalp because it supplies the greater occipital nerve. I remember this because the number 2 has a swan-like neck that mimics the contour of the back of the head and the C2 distribution. Next is C3. C3 starts radiating right around the ear and circles around to the front of the neck as it contributes to both the great auricular nerve and the anterior cutaneous nerve of the neck. I remember how it starts because the number 3 looks like those big grandpa ears. So C3 starts at the ears. C4 radiates along the supraclavicular fossa as it helps innervate the supraclavicular nerve and goes towards the deltoid. I remember this because the triangular part of the number 4 looks like the bulging deltoids that you always see on TV, but never in real life. I remember C5 using that general rule that half the number of fingers, 5, equals the same radiation down the halfway point of the arm, the elbow. C5 radiates to the elbow. C6 radiates to the thumb. I remember this because when you count to 6, you use up all the fingers on one hand and then end on the thumb of the next hand. So you end on the thumb when you count to C6, and C6 radiates to the thumb. We only have 2 cervical nerves left, C7 and C8, for the 4 fingers left. So we will just use every other finger. So starting with C6 at the thumb, skip a finger gets you to the middle finger, that's C7. Skip the next finger gets you to the pinky, that's C8. Now you know where in the cervical spine to look when a patient has pain radiating from the neck. So hopefully remembering cervical radicular pain distributions will no longer be a pain in the neck for you. If you like this video, you can like it or subscribe to see more. Also, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at TeachPlayGrub, because what more is there to life than learning, living, and eating? Thanks so much.